Twitch. Welcome to part 7 of my Sim Survivor series. It's part 7 out of 10 that I have planned. There might be a little bit more depending on how long the season finale goes on. Today, our theme are Sims, or I'm calling them the Slobs. So they all look, according to my one friend I showed the screenshots of when I made the Sims, they all look homeless. But they all have sort of like traits that relate to the Slobs, or like things along that line. So we're gonna go through. I'm gonna introduce you to all of the contestants or Sims for today's stream, and then I'm gonna show you the house, and then we're just gonna, do the mostly unpaused stuff. So the first one we have here is, well, before I do that, all of the likes and dislikes for all of the Sims are randomized. So that might, I don't know if that'll play a part in this. But the first one is Amy. She is a normal Sim, wants the fabulously filthy. Not that really, we worry about that. I made her a slob, romantic, and macabre. And I gave her a red theme for all of her outfits. So I tried to keep red and like the holes and sort of the tattered look. And even if I can show you guys here, even her nail polish looks chipped. So I thought that was like a little nice thing. We have Isaac. I did the last name Metals because I kind of named it Isaac after the character in the Orville. He is freaking paranoid, evil. Oh, that's randomized. I just figured public enemy at that fit with evil. He has a silvery theme, and I tried to, keep it slobby looking. I really like his thing there. We have Beth Ocean, who is a merlady or mermaid, self-absorbed, cringe, and glutton because I felt like glutton is a part of like a slob thing. She has a blue theme because of the ocean aspect. And then we're not going to see like all of her outfits, but I'm still going through them. And then her mermaid form, which I believe, yep, I did blue as well. We have, I did not do her pronouns. We have Jack Beans, who is another normal Sim. He has a more of a brown theme. He is another glutton, lazy and nosy, and then secrets, because that felt like it fit with the nosy. His brown theme. I don't know why he looks so formal in that, but it's just happened like that. And then, little tattered-y looking. I don't think I really played around with their bodies that much, more like their faces and their colors. We have Sarah Fairy, our fairy of the group. Squeamish, erratic, clumsy, also has fabulously filthy. She has the pink theme. Now, all of these Sims were made before the fairy pack came out. I just had to go in and make Sarah a fairy after the fairy pack came out. And then those are her wings. And our last but not least of this group, I called him Caleb, but not Vetor, because his name was Caleb. I made him a vampire, and we already have a Caleb vampire in The Sims. Which we did use in one of... no, we did not use them in our townies section, and none of the townies made it anyway. He's a slob, but paranoid, socially awkward. And he has like a black and white theme going. Mostly black. And I didn't really change his dark form all that much. I just added his the facial stuff to him. We're gonna save. I do have the houses made for the Slobs, and then the next group, which I will reveal next week, and then or later this week, depending on how it goes. Dude. So this is their house. I named it Slobs. I need it furnished because otherwise I'm not about to go back in and do everything. We do kind of have to set it up to where they're in the lot. The bills are automatically paid. And no pop-ups show up. So it'll be fun. This is also the series where I do no webcam. It's like the only one right now I do no webcam on. It's just usually I have them loaded in, but I didn't feel like doing that today. And so first we're gonna get everybody into this house. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everybody is here. So I'm going to show you the house and the lot traits. So the first one I'll do is I'll show you the lot traits here. We have romantic aura, that one, and mean vibe because I kind of hope they start fights. Lot challenges, I did a lot of them this time. I did creepy crawlies, filthy, grody. I even added mold this time, quick zone, and spooky. I did 2 floors on this one, which is what I've been doing lately. We have the little sauna over here and a little a vending machine area. This is sort of like a little gym because I felt like we could have a gym. Hot tub, yoga, another washing area, the washing area with the casket for our vampire. So it's like his little bedroom, sort of. And then I tried to make this little outdoor area, but inside. So we have the fire pit because that tends to start fires, and then multiple food sources, the fairy tree. And I thought that was a nice, thing there. We have stairs on each side instead of ladders. This is the bedroom, another fairy thing, and 2, which no, never mind, that works. 2 of these, and then 2 Murphy beds, another Murphy bed here for the living room with a laptop, and just in case they decided to be mean or whatever, we have that. We have a dumpster, 2 cow plants, the little kitchen with the bar, bathroom. I only did 1 toilet because they like to use those anyway. Did multiple hampers because slobs are probably not going to clean up after themselves. There is a trash bin right there. And then outdoor, I've always been putting a pool, so we have a pool. Just in case they decide to do gardening, which I don't think they will. Little basketball hoop, another fairy house. Then we have, because our first fairy that we had was the first one to die with, I forgot what she died from. And then, which I can look, but I don't feel like turning my notebook pages. We have the telescope. We also have a swing set because they did use it once in the other thing. I think that was it because I didn't do the rough, which I suppose I could do. And then, not that it matters too much. Okay. Then we have to go to live mode. I'll let them do whatever. We need to go to command center. Money settings, auto pay bills enabled. And then we also need to enable. Oh, I must have enabled these already. So we have Foodies Unite, Juice Community. I'm going to take off Green Gardening and add Free Love. So we have Foodies Unite, Just Community, Rough Housing, because that way maybe they'll fight, and then Free Love, so maybe they hook up. So we are going to do the UI dialogue sheet. Underscore. So we should not get any pop-ups now. I'm going to speed it up to 2. Turn down all of this. And this is in Evergreen Harbor, if you guys didn't know. Get to see that before. I'm going to try to get it. One of the downsides about this angle is that I wanted to see this. Is this giant thing right here. Like I would have to... I don't know. I'd have to like go like this. Let's try to find it. We're gonna get that lamppost in our way. I can go maybe... And then we're not gonna see... Oh wait, maybe actually... I got an idea, guys. Well, I also have to give them more money. I didn't think about that. If I... The tragic home. That. Okay. Let's also give them lots of money. So we know for sure they can afford all the bills. I don't want to vote. Okay, let's find a good... Yeah, I'm gonna put some more of those... I should have thought about this before I did the stream. But I didn't. Just in case. Okay. So now it's a bugging me. Sorry, guys. Okay, I swear. I can... Like this. And find a good angle, and then I'll just pop in once in a while and mostly leave it unpaused. Did I? Okay, yeah. And so I'm not touching my controls or anything. So the Wayne thing I wanted to do with this house was test out having no. I don't know if I did it with the last house, but I have no actual like normal beds. It's all Murphy beds, the casket for the vampire, and the little fairy houses for the fairy. And they can also nap in the dumpster, the bushes, the hot tub, the couch, the love seat, and the upstairs. So they have plenty of places where they can nap, but they can only like fully sleep on the three Murphy beds and the casket, the coffin. And I suppose they could also nap like like Beth is doing right now in the water, and they can also do that with the floaties in the pool and those little lounges. I feel like that would help encourage them to use a Murphy bed, and the more they use the Murphy bed, and then it could break, and then hopefully cause a Murphy bed death, because we have yet in the 7 parts or the past 6 parts of the Survivor series, we have not had a Murphy bed death. We have drownings, we've had multiple fires, we've had a starvation, we have cardiac arrest from anger, we've had vampires die from the sun. We haven't had a coal plant death yet. Like, I have hopes. I'm trying to encourage Murphy bed deaths by doing more Murphy beds in the houses. And I have the house for the next group, which the next group I named them the Neat Freaks. So it's like opposite traits as this one. So they're all like neat, high maintenance, and stuff like that. And then I made the house that'll pair the Slobs and the Neat Freaks. I have not finished the season 1 finale house, which will have all of the 6 survivors from the main groups in the finale, because I wanted to see what occults would make it to the finale, so then I can add whatever occult items I needed. If the fairy makes it from the Slobs versus Neat Freaks, then I'll add fairy items. We have, I think, a werewolf, and I think an alien as spellcaster, and normal Sims, but we don't have vampire, we don't have fairy, I don't think we have mermaid. So like I want to see like who makes it to then. And that the season 1 finale is going to be probably maybe the longest part of the whole thing, possibly even shortest, because we will have all those survivors, and they will all have their needs should be relatively bad, because they'd be plucked from when they ended their previous parts. They will all be like different colors, hopefully different traits I have to like check, and then that way there'd be different interactions and all that stuff happening. And I'm just hoping that we'll have a variety of Sims, and if it does go longer than like a couple hours or whatever, I might do multiple parts. I'm not sure yet, because that's not planned until August 31st, the finale. So, we will see what happens with that. But so far, I like the series, and I'm hoping it'll continue to be good. I just noticed a fire. Where's my mouse? Is no one else gonna put the freaking fire out? Dude, I told him to stop the fire. What the heck, guys? I'm not stopping him from being on fire because I totally... Dude, that's like the quickest death. 20 minutes in and we lost. We had a death. So that would have been... Wait, that's our vampire. Isn't it? Jack? No, that's normal. Okay, he's normal. Dude, I was even messaging a friend. Or was about to message a friend. Damn. I totally blame my friend for that. By the way, he will... I know you're watching this right now. They must flirt with the Grim Reaper. Well, I totally blame you for this because I was about to message you something. So now I'm gonna put them over here. I wasn't even paying attention to the screen because I was looking at my phone, and then all of a sudden I see the fire. I was making... I want to do the light thingies I was trying to do with the other... No, it's a little light. The other things here. It's not on me, it's on you. Okay, so that's our little like, graveyard. I probably should have waited. So I want to put a giant rug back in here. Oh yeah, I forgot I have the debug stuff open. I mean, I want to do the fairy stuff. I forgot that I had debug on from the last time I building stuff. You guys are getting more rugs. I'm surprised it was that and not this. And so let me... Well, first of all, save. And I'm surprised it was not the fairy, because the last time we did a group with the fairy in it, the fairy was the first to die. Go like this and see everything we missed. Okay, that was from the last part. It's only taking pictures of something I built. Okay, here we are. Okay, acquired skills. I didn't how did you get the painting skill or something? Natural living. Jack has a secret oh baby challenge. I want to see what that is. What's that secret? Really crazy to have an expansive. So basically she wants to do the 100 baby challenge. I feel like I should do that, but I always kind of like do it my own way and get bored after 20 babies. So Amy discovered the fire, but then Jack died, which honestly it makes sense because I think I named Amy after the character in Villains of Valley View, who is the actual like, villain, or the one that wants to be the villain the most, like, and besides her mom, I think, despite wanting to be good, or family are hiding. It's like Thundermans, but with villains, essentially. Okay, there we go. I have to write down Jack's death and then finish my message. And I just realized Jack is one of the people I wanted to survive to the next round. And I also just realized if I wanted them to have more fires, I could enable Bust the Dust. And then all of the dust bunnies and all that will show up because they won't want to clean. They'll feel happier about being in the dirt or in the messy house. But then the more the mess, the more there could be a fire, and then you could have another burn. But we'll see what happens, and then I might like enable that midway through. We'll see. And Caleb got Fattor is feeding on Amy. Maybe that's because he knew she caused the death of Jack. And now that I realize it, I have a cousin named Jack, but he's also not the greatest person from what I know, because I've never met him. Pretty sure he's been in jail pretty much as long as I've been alive. But that's a whole like, different story that I've only heard like things from. But now we're just looking at Amy's just like just there passed out. It looks like she needs to pee. And see, using the pee bush. I was trying to get snacks from my little snack box, and then I heard the fight noise. So, well, because fairies and vampires don't like each other, that makes sense that they would fight. That's why I like doing the color themes for the hairs, because then I know who is who. And mermaid Beth just did a dab. Okay, that's not weird at all. I mean, she is cringe, so that makes sense. Right? Yeah, she is cringe. Isaac did the little pee dance, and he was right by a toilet, so I don't know why he didn't go to the toilet or one of the three bushes. But it's kind of weird. And again, this is Sims. And now he goes to the toilet. Yeah, that totally makes sense. They seem to like the dancing and the sauna, so that's pretty good. And our coal plant, one of the coal plants died. How dare they not feed it? I thought there was gonna be a little glitch in the stream because it said my thing went down. But you look good. They have a lot. Oh, yeah, we have mold starting to grow. We have lots of. We have another mold here. Another heal. I want to see what everybody's like needs and stuff are too. While I'm here. And so we need hygiene and wait, can I don't know which one of those. It's just I don't. I mean, her needs are pretty decent. He is very hungry, so you better feed on somebody. Let's make you cast an hallucination. And he's pretty much just thirsty. He might die of. Can he die of thirst? that in there. Oh, cool. Amy is doing probably pretty bad, but she is also sleeping in there. And is it because looks like he's been doing the good so far? There's a pregnant lady over there. You are definitely doing the best so far. That explains why you're dancing. And I am actually going to enable the bust the dust for this. It's probably faster if I would have done this. So we will get dust bunnies, hopefully with some more fires. And I'll just have to remember to disable that the next time I go in and play. There we go. Good spot, sort of. I have an idea for like a short Survivor series, or it'll be like based on the Survivor stuff. But it'll be less Sims, like maybe 4 Sims, and it'd just be they each have their own room, the same exact items, different traits. I don't know if they'll have the same likes and dislikes. Probably different ones. Just have it a four rooms. Each one Sim could be locked in their room. I'm not sure about the locked in the room part yet. More likely do that, and then see which one of the Sims survives the longest, and they'll each have the necessities. So they'll have food access, bathroom, a small bathroom, probably a Murphy bed, maybe all the cheapest appliances, so then it'll like encourage a death, and then just see what happens. Because I think that could be an interesting like little side thing for the series. Although I'm not quite sure on that one yet. I don't know how fun that would be to watch. It would be fun to build the house. I could also just do that for myself and then just, I don't know. So I want to be able to set up a Survivor thing where I can leave it, but then also use my other monitor to like do writing while I'm streaming that. Or like do something on the other monitor and just like go back and forth while I'm streaming and multitask. So that would be just a good way to use my time, I guess. I don't know, but so many things I can do. It just depends on how many people besides the one and myself that actually pay attention to the series. And yeah. Alright, I was just snacking on some chocolate covered pretzels, and I have soda, so I'm a little sugar high right now. And I'm in a good mood, so that like elevates it a little bit. I don't know how my slobs and neat freaks got in the game before I even actually added them to the world, because they're all in my library and they never would actually end the thing, so I don't know how that happened. I think I didn't realize my mic was muted before, but Caleb is really thirsty. I don't know if I've ever had a vampire die of thirst. That'll be a... Yeah, I wish those... Wait, can I... Just drag these to... for inventory. I don't like it when they show up. Okay, here we go. Wait, so is everybody but the vampire using the coffin? So that's what it looks like. And they all would rather take naps than actually sleep on beds. Nobody's using the vending machine yet, but they have used that room. They have broken stuff in the kitchen. There you go. I think this is actually a pretty good spot for the camera. Hopefully I remember that later on. Right, I just looked it up because I was curious. I googled in Sims 4 can a vampire die from thirst? The AI overview says no, in The Sims 4 a vampire cannot die of thirst. While their thirst meter will decay and cause negative mood deaths, they will not die from it. Instead, they will become increasingly uncomfortable and may enter a rage-like state where they drink uncontrollably from the nearest sim. That's kind of sad. They don't die from that. Because he could easily die from that, because there's 4 other people in the house he can drink from if he went and nap on the lounge in the pool. I almost called it a tub. That's... maybe... well, I think all of our vampires have died to overexposure of the sun. So maybe Caleb will die the same way once it stops raining. Then he could just keep the tradition. Okay, so either he's all black, so maybe he is just really dirty. Like he had an accident on himself, or he got struck by lightning and I wasn't paying attention. Odds are I'm going with lightning because me not paying attention seems more likely than him going to the bathroom on himself. Wait, what died? Death by lightning! That's our first lightning death! What? Oh, all of our vampires have died! Like, so far we'll have no vampires in the next thing. I want everybody to flirt with the Grim Reaper. Everybody flirt with Grim while never mind. Oh, second death. You have anything not in the inventory? Okay. I'm gonna see if I can put all the clothing piles kind of like together and see if anybody will do anything about it. So if I keep it all dirty, then maybe we'll get dust. I'll look at my phone in a minute. Wait, that means one more death. And then we're... okay, if this part ends before like the hour mark or the 2 hour mark, I'm gonna say not end stream, but like end, but then start up again real quick so it's separate videos, and then. And if you said that some about you're reading the chapter and then the person died, it's still your fault. Oh, I'm kidding. I need to edit. Oh no, the pool launcher. Okay, and now I don't remember if I saved. I think I did. I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna see all of the stuff we missed. Wait, and it's both guys. So what if Isaac is the next to die? Because he's the only other guy. All of that. I saw the fight happen. I made her squeamish? Sarah. Oh, I did make her squeamish. You know, I kind of want Isaac to be the next one, the guy to die, because then it's all girls moving on to the Survivor. The girls from the Slobs moving on to the Neat Freaks. Slobs versus Neat Freaks. Is she Ravenous? Is she good? Okay, she's good now. Fire! Somebody put it out. Normally I wouldn't make them put it out, but that quick, but I might be playing favorites already. See what else do we have here? Found fish and chips in the dumpster. That didn't do you too well if you died by lightning. Now that I think about it, even in my own games, I don't think I've ever had a death by lightning. And by my own games, I mean like the ones I've done off stream. Well, resigned from being struck with lightning too many times. I want to take a picture of... I don't think I've been taking screenshots of the deaths, and normally I have. Usually I have been. Okay. There we go. For anybody besides my one friend who's watching, I'm going to take a little bathroom break, but I'm leaving this running. And if there is a death, you can blame it on me. And if I come back and they're dead, please remember how they died so I can write it down.
So. Huh? Bahana? Huh? Cannibal? Huh?
I'm back. I see nobody has died. No, that's good, but also sad. But mostly good because then it means I didn't miss one of the deaths of my own stream. And get comfortable in this chair again. I kind of want Isaac to die, just because he's the only guy that's left. And at the same time, we had three normal Sims and 3 occult Sims. We had an occult and a normal die. So either way, it's going to be an occult and normal in the part 9, the Slobs versus Neat Freaks. And I'm looking at the Neat Freaks. There's only 2 normal Sims and the other 4 are occults. And 2 of the names, I think all of the names are inspired from either a TV show I have watched or YouTube groups I follow. Is that hope? No, 2 at least. Wait. Actually, yeah. All of the names can be found in TV shows or YouTube groups. Now that I think about it, for the Neat Freaks names. So, that's, hopefully I remember what shows most of them come from, and I can point that out when I do that part next week. Yeah. Oh wait, that sound means we have a dust bunny. I could see a little dust bunny in the living room behind the table there. Oh, and there's one in the outdoor thing. If we get more dust, I can start a fire. Ooh, we need to do the dust when we do the Neat Freaks, because that would freak them out, since they're all... Oh! I just thought of this. Probably not a good idea, but I might do it anyway. Is do... Depending on how long this part goes, part 7, I might just do part 8 right away. We just need one more death of this for the Slobs, and then we could just go ahead and do the Neat Freaks right away and just get it all out today, and then do the Slobs versus Neat Freaks next week, and then wait a few weeks while I finish up the, well, it won't take me a few weeks to finish it, but with everything else I want to do, finish, and then work on the house for the season finale. Ooh, that's actually a really good idea. Just, I feel like motivated for that right now. Because the house for the Neat Freaks is done. I just need to, put the Sims and have them suffer through all the stuff I'm going to make them suffer through. Well, that's if this doesn't go longer than... I'm going to say if this part doesn't go longer than 2.5 hours, then I'll do the part 8, the Neat Freaks, right away today. And then if it goes longer, I don't know if I'll add another game in today or like what we'll do yet. We'll see. If Isaac does the laundry and dies from the dryer, we'll have like our bajillionth death from the washer dryer. And our final death of the part. I kind of want to see what happens. So I'm just like watching. I'm surprised we have somebody doing the washing. Or not? That's kind of sad. Kind of want to influence them to do the laundry, but every time I do that, somebody dies. I'm trying not to influence a death if I don't have to. We'll see how this works. Caleb's ghost returned to the scene of his death. He's laying on the floaty where he got shot by lightning and died. That's kind of funny.
Laffy.
Little Jush bunnies. Everything else looks good. Here we go. I'm gonna see all the stuff that we missed. Okay, we missed rebate day like that matters that much. Hey, look! They're scary. I don't know how he survived, but he's here. You know, his sim died. See? Not a lot. But you did get... You got a milestone? Dude, oh yeah, I suppose with the filthy house. See, what should we give her? Let's do... Okay, you're gonna positively with every sim. And then you're gonna do that. Because then you'll be awesome. We have one more. Let's just do that. Why not? See, I don't know how she's in the game. I never added her in. Alright, I'm gonna save this too, just to be safe. And then change my camera angle and then see what happens. once again. I don't want the gnomes to keep showing up. Sarah might die from poisoning. She isn't able to fight off her. Wasn't able to fight off the poisoning and has progressed worse. So how is she? Okay, so she's got stung by a bee. Wait, oh yeah, because of the bee thing. Outbreak, gross. Okay, and her needs are pretty good. She may actually. I like this camera angle, but can't really do it like this. So maybe in season 2, I'll have all the house stuff like on one side and then the outside stuff here. So it's all on one section, and I can like just kind of like go like this, and Lord will be like God to them. That would be kind of cool. I could also test it, I guess, for this finale. I'm not sure yet. But I was also building the finale house. We'll like see how that goes. More gnomes. Go away, gnomes. I was just enjoying TikTok and then I see the gnomes. I'm like, I'm gonna spend my. Just gonna like try not to influence a death by just watching TikTok and then seeing if a death happens, hearing if a death happens, and then. Or if someone lets me know, hey, you're missing a death. But so far, we haven't missed a death. I see fire. Wait, somebody died? Who's dying? Death by fire. Isaac! Where did he die? Where is he? Wait, so he died by fire, but yet he's over here. That makes no sense. And I was just there, and it was just a TikTok I was watching about Once Upon a Time. Wait, can I have her? No. So I want somebody to flirt with Grim. It'll go out on its own. I can't talk to Grim because there's a fire. Is Graham gonna put out the fire? Wait, we got all girls surviving this round. Yeah, I don't need more people to die, so they all have to go over here. You call for Department 2? Maybe because I can't talk to Grim as long as there's a fire. He's gonna go away. And I can't go in and give him a door. Trying to stay near Grim. Romance, flirtation. Let's see what. Oh, he's going bye bye? Okay. Right, well, we got our final death. We got Isaac, died by fire outside. So we gotta give them. A door. And then I'm going to remove, not that. Just gonna remove all of those. Then we're going to replace everything because we can. And then I spelled it wrong. Okay, so now I could modifying costs. I don't know why I'm talking like that. So we have our Slob survivors, which that's what I'm gonna call it. Slob survive. Yeah, I can't spell. So we have our I can't say our first fairy in the finale because this is just gonna be the semifinals. So we have a fairy in the semifinal, or the final. We have a mermaid and a normal sim. I'm kind of glad I don't have my camera on for the series because you won't see me moving around my arms all weird and trying to be like a show off. Alright, and I did say if this part was going to be under 2 hours, I was going to do the part 8 right away. So I'm going to end stream and then be back in like not even 5 minutes with part 8.